And welcome back to the Off the Clock Show. Joined again with Shawn Gervais from Orbisec CRM, as well as Marshall Hill from the Pints of Polishing Podcast and HyperClean Car Care Products, which you can easily find in the Orbisec app. If you go to orbisex.ca/app, once you're in the app, there's a little button on your dashboard that says HyperClean with the logo. You can click it. I got a lot of
Where on
messages.
the dashboard?
Yeah, right
You
on the
always
dashboard.
say easy, but
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
people in the group that still don't know that
It's
they can
true.
buy it on the app. So
Yeah. I've
easy?
got a lot of
Is it really
messages.
that easy?
It's going to be made a lot more easy, and I have David working on a video as we speak. I literally messaged him before we jumped on, putting together a video of how to do it. It's really, really simple, straightforward, and the products will save you time and money and energy. And most importantly, your customers will love them. That's the most important thing. And this isn't me just polishing Marshall's balls as it was suggested in the Facebook group. So we did have a member. Shout out to Darren. Darren, how you doing? He tried out your glass cleaner, and he said, it was years. I was talking about it, and I was bragging about it. And he said he thought I was just fluffing you. And anyway, he said he tried it out, and he said, honestly, amazing. He said, blown away, loves it. So that was awesome. Good to see that post, and nice that he tried it out as well. And it also is good to see that now he doesn't look at me with the same light as he thought before, because I am a happily married man to a woman, and Marshall's a great guy, but our relationship doesn't go that far.
Actually, never met each other in person.
It's true. Yeah. That's
I wonder
true.
if it'd be one of those weird things where you're just like,
Yeah.
check
Yeah,
please.
it's true. Yeah, check please. Jeez, that's crazy to think, If I always wondered, there's a lot of people I've met in this industry since being in it, because prior to this, I was never I was more an assets, not the fame kind of guy. I always liked to operate behind the scenes, and then with Orbisex, there was something about the software people were liking that they could talk to the creator, the founder, and then I sort of became this personality they wanted to talk to. So I was like, okay, so now then they started doing some podcasts, and it's part of promoting a product, sure, but this was different. It was a different kind of relationship, because this is something that's very intimate to a lot of their businesses, right? It's running their companies in a lot of ways. It was just different. So anyway, had to see people, had to do the podcast thing, I like that our episodes are, it's off the clock. We can do kind of whatever, I can vape, I can drink, and whatever, but there were times, I got to put on the suit and tie and got to look the part. But I've never met most of the members, and it's kind of a weird thing at times. So remember I told you I went to that dance recital thing, not recital, dance competition a couple months ago now, and it was actually an Orbisex member who helps organize this huge dance competition, and we lost Marshall. He'll be back. But anyway, his name's Valentin. Really great guy, but it was one of those things like meeting someone that you've talked to digitally only, and then you meet them in real life. It's I don't know. It's a wild thing. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait. I think Marshall's internet might have cut out there. Maybe I'll pause and wait for him to come back on. Here we go. All right, we're back online there. I don't know. Could be.
Maybe, who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oklahoma internet,
Yeah, I blame Venezuela, but no, I'm just kidding. Ooh, it's been a big week for you guys, huh?
New year, new you. Is that what Trump told him?
Yeah, New Year. Jeez, yeah, it's been a busy week, huh? Jeez, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to take that, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
hard to say because, there's another country getting invaded. We're still not sure.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Is Trump really being all above board? He told them we will be running the country. What does that mean?
Yeah. Not just that. I love the part where we're gonna run it, but it's not gonna cost us anything. It's not gonna cost us anything. He focused a lot on the not gonna cost us anything side of it. Yeah, but you know what? I will say this though, so we have a lot of protests going on here right now in Canada. There's two sides. There's one side that's really happy with what happened, and then there's another side that's really upset. So there's a lot of Canadians that are upset right now, saying we shouldn't be interfering in other countries like that. Which, to some degree, I get it. You can't just, or maybe you shouldn't, quote unquote, just waltz into another country and just extract the president. There's that aspect of it, but at the same time, depends. Some situations call for drastic measures, and I'll tell you this because I used to live near Venezuela, and when this is going back years now, around 2017, there were Venezuelan fishermen that were so destitute. They were starving. There were people literally eating out of dumpsters because they couldn't buy food. They couldn't find food. They were at first they were just taking the catch. So whatever fishermen on the island we were at, whatever they would go catch during the day, they would just hijack the vessel, take the food, and then they would leave. They started to realize that they could just take the whole ship. And so they were like, why don't we just take the whole boat? And so they started making people you jump off in the ocean and swim back to shore. It's up to you, live or die. And they would take the whole boat. Then they started to realize there was a market for maybe we take the boat and the fish. And the person. And then people started getting WhatsApp messages. And they were just going through random contacts. And they would just call a number. So people would be like, yeah, I know that person. What's he doing? And they're like, yeah, we want $50,000 and we'll set him free. And they're like, I don't really know him that well. You know what I mean? And that's what was happening until they reached a family member, and then they'd be like, holy shit. And so it was a huge thing going on. And a lot of my employees when we were down there, they were Venezuelans that basically just came over there as, I can't even say refugees because they weren't permitted there, but it's the island, so people just showed up all the time sometimes, and you just live without papers, whatever. But yeah, it was challenging times. So there's both sides. There's both sides to it. I do know a lot of Venezuelans here. My barber, his sub barber or whatever that works with him, he's from Venezuela, and he couldn't be happier. He said. So his mom still lives there, and he's like, honestly, best thing that ever could have happened. He was telling me, he said, how come it took them so long? He says, why didn't you guys help out sooner? I was like, well, it's also not necessarily their job. You know what I mean? It's also you got your own country. Yeah, you know what I mean? But I will say this, though. I watched some videos with my daughter on how they pulled off the extraction. That's fascinating to me. Seeing that kind of stuff, the planning that goes into it. And I guess that's one aspect that always fascinated me with the military in general, is that the amount of planning and the things that they can do. It's literally like playing chess. You got to figure out okay, we set up this piece first, and then this piece, and then all of a sudden, boom, checkmate. That's fascinating to me, and there's a lot of overlap with business. So I think that's why I like it, is that you can do that too. You can set up strategic pieces in the community. All of a sudden, it's checkmate, and that's what's fascinating to me. It's that planning, the commitment, the dedication, Yeah. By the way, military personnel, fantastic customers from my experience. Absolutely fantastic customers. So we deal with a lot of them, and the cool thing is very easy to find. Because a lot of the times the administration side, their information is public. I'm not talking about secret agents here. I'm talking about they've all got bases at most cities have some sort of.
Your Canadian agents didn't make it. They're not secret anymore.
We ran out of plastic spoons. Okay, we can't just buy guns at Target. But what was this? Jeez, you threw me off, man.
I think the only stat that I thought was cool about Venezuela is. Has 1/5 the world's oil, but currently only is known for 1% production.
Yeah, that's wild, huh? Yeah.
So you're talking they could grow by 19%. What does that cha-ching mean?
That is? Yeah. Huge.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What does that place look like in 20 years?
Oh my God. Yeah. And especially with you guys running it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just had to say it. Yeah, I don't even know what that means either.
Let's move on.
Let's move on. Fair enough.
Let's move on to why is glass cleaner so great?
Yeah. Smooth transition. Speaking of transparency, do you want your windows to look like this? So on that note, because we were talking about Darren, so we tried out your product, which is absolutely amazing. I've sworn by it from day one. It's in my opinion, one very underrated product not necessarily your particular formulation, but just glass cleaner in general. It's something that I think is underrated by a lot of detailers. It's literally the first thing that customers do when they get in the car. They adjust their mirror. They're looking out the back window. They check the sides. It's one of the first things they see, and it's one of the things when you're selling a house as well. Because believe it or not, we actually I've recommended your product to a lot of realtors, but it's one of the first things that when someone comes into a place, they check the mirrors, they check the windows, especially like women. My wife, we go somewhere and she's like, "Did you see the mirrors in that place?" And no, not really. She's like, "Really? There was like splatter here and there." I'm like, "Oh, shit, I didn't know. I was just looking at myself. I don't know." but yeah, it's one of those things. It's underrated and it's an important part of your process. So if you can have a product that works really well, does everything it needs to do, and is almost foolproof. I think that was the big takeaway for your product. There was one commenter in the group. He said, "What makes it so great?" And I was like, "Everything." But I wanted to reply, but after Darren's, comment about me stroking your pulse, I was like, maybe I shouldn't reply so much on this one because it's going to seem more like the same. Because here's the reality. I am being genuine. It is. I am being authentic. It really is a great product, and I don't want it to come across as if it's just like, oh, this is just for sales or just to like boost it up. Like, reality is, like, if you place an order today, I'm not even getting anything from that on purpose because I just want you guys to have great products, and I believe in the products, and that's the goal here. So for me, it's more authentic products that work, that save time, save you money, and literally do the job. And when it comes to glass cleaner, I tell you, we've tried a bunch of different shit, and there's, like I said, we were talking off the podcast, and you can, how did I put it? You used a term that was better, but it's like where you just soak it. Like, you can use too much, but you don't need a lot. That's the beauty about this, is you don't need a lot, but it just works, man. But I've had other glass cleaners that say they work, and they do to some degree, but they're kind of easy to get wrong. So when it comes to like getting my staff to do it, are they all going to do it the same way? No. And are they going to use the same amount? No. The same method? Are they going to wipe the same way? Use a fresh, new, clean towel? No, they're not going to do that. So having something that you can't mess up, that to me was important, and I think that's what Darren's now realizing too. So Darvel, hats off, man, because see, it only took 5 years, 5 years that I've invested to get him to try the glass cleaner. Jesus, but no, better.
Everybody that wants to try it, they need to get it through the Orbisex app, though. Like,
yes,
that's why we're doing all this, is to get it set up to be so easy for you. You're already in the app. Loon will be able to then connect it. We'll be able to get where you can do inventory, all that stuff. There's a lot of cool features.
And even sell it for you, because it's not going to stop your customer coming in to get their detail done. No, it's not.
No, actually, as much as you love it, they're going to love it even more.
Absolutely.
So let me answer the question though before we just blow smoke, right? Like,
I kind of went off on a tangent. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good because it's true, but we do need to answer the question because I love the answer, and the answer is solutions to problems. That's the answer.
That's the answer.
Yeah. Why is it so great? Well, it's a solution to problems. So Nick, my partner, 20 plus years, me 20 plus years, 24. Now we'll be in 2026. It'll be 24 years cleaning cars.
Congrats, man.
Call it detailing. Call it what you want. Call it cleaning, washing car. I mean, in the industry of cars, 24 years. And the problem that he, and most of us have always faced is when you spray the glass cleaner and you go take your towel, a lot of times that towel, you got to fight it.
Yeah.
Well, the alcohol is there to clean, but then alcohol is dry. So the problem, dry, you can a lot of times see the lint from your towel, or that towel will bunch up, right? So problem, so solution, lubrication.
Yeah.
We added lubrication to a glass cleaner, and actually it's a polymer that this is the part about I love of being dyslexic. I go at it backwards. What does this polymer do? What's its characteristic? Well, its characteristic is to help you see clear. Huh? get that in my glass cleaner.
Yeah,
Sap!
put it in there
Right?
right
Like,
now.
like as soon as I read that, it was like it helps the substrate see clear. Like you can see clear through it. I'm like, glass cleaner. Like,
It was literally match made in heaven.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna have that. It's a very it's rare. It's unique. I mean, it's
Yeah.
what makes it. It's what makes it what it is. You know, that's why I love it. So you'll get a lot of lubrication as you go. Towel glide is what we call it. Flip it over, wipe it down, good to go. Some people in a drier climate, they don't even need to do the flip. A lot of them will just go over the first go and they're good. You know, so part of what lubrication, a part of the formula is you do what's called wetting. So inside the chemistry of different things is wetting means it basically allows it to lay flatter. So we can all go back to that science of how does evaporation happen faster? Well, either heat or opening up the surface area, wetting the area. And as you wet the area, it should then, with the alcohol, dry. And if everything is then wetted evenly, the chemistry is that it dries clean with no streaks. Everything's perfect. You get protection because it's a polymer that adheres to the glass. You get to see better. Plus, you'll see hydrophobics, absolutely.
Yeah, and I've noticed that myself too. I actually keep a bottle in my truck at all times. And the only thing I wanted to do, and I just too lazy, I think, but I wanted to get like a smaller bottle and then transport some in because I've got the and I stash it in. There's like this like hidden pocket in the side door, but still, I wanted something smaller. That's where, but it is what it is. I guess that's more just if when we get to the point where this is now integrated selling to customers, that might be a good idea too. Maybe like a little 4-ounce bottle or something that someone could keep in their car at the same time. Like anyway, just thinking out loud. But so maybe it's more for me, but I think it'll be good for them too. But
16 ounces is okay. It's really not bad. In a glove box or a trunk or.
It's not bad. Yeah, you're absolutely
really
right. Yeah, me, I just I wanted a little. Yeah, but I find my screens too. So the one thing I hate so much about the Range Rovers, the new ones, is everything's fucking touchscreen. Everything. So it just gets filthy, And so what I usually do is I just spray a little on my towel, and then it's done. Because especially like if one of the kids is sitting in the front seat, I don't know why, but the way they touch a touchscreen is just different. Like for me, there'll be like one little spot where my finger was. For them, they go to turn the the heated seats on. Why is your whole palm on there with 5 fingerprints? Like it's.
Some people would say, Shawn, you shouldn't wipe alcohol on that screen, right? So that's why we have Revive for those people that don't want to, So this is when the detailing gets a little too, right? Like. But that is why we have Revive. We did develop Revive. That it is
true.
Okay
that is true.
on touchscreens.
Yeah.
But I do the same thing a lot of times. Wipe the mirror up top. If I see something that didn't come off with Revive, or maybe I got I don't have a problem with a little bit of glass cleaner on the screen.
No.
But maybe I didn't say that out loud. Okay?
Yeah. Maybe. You see, I can say it because remember, I'm also the guy that takes his Rover through the car wash, so it's
True.
fine. Yeah. It's a truck. It's fine. Last year, I put 82 bags of sheep shit inside, and my business partner Nick said, "No more Range Rovers for you." So I was like, "What?" He said, "Your next vehicle's a Toyota Sienna." I said, "Yo, stop it." It's a truck to me. It just it serves a purpose. It goes where it needs to go. But yeah. Anyway, but yeah, no. So it does. And those are exactly the reasons why this product works well, though. It really does. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but there's something about cleaning glass that's because it's usually such a headache.
There you go. It used to be. That's what I was going to say. So many people used to hate it. It's always the end, and you're like, damn it. All right, I got to clean this glass. Hopefully everything goes right.
Yeah, because even if you made the whole rest of the
it's always a hope and a prayer. It's always a hope and a prayer. Like,
and we've all heard those things like, oh, use newspaper, or oh, use this, that, everything. It's just
use newspaper, love newspaper. The problem with newspaper, and really the only problem with newspaper, is that ink can go over if there's cloth or velvet or anything over on the side. I got a phone call from somebody one time.
Oh no.
You could see our fingerprints
Oh shit.
because the ink had smeared
Yeah.
over, and then we I guess when we got out, like we did something, we touched or something, like yeah, but
Jeez.
we-
That'll
we
happen.
don't- yeah.
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 You know what's funny? The ink that they use though, it's one of those things like so we just got our counters redone, and we got some boxes in, and on the bottom of one of the boxes they had wrapped it with newspaper, and so we put it down on the counter, no big deal, but we left it for about 2-3 hours. Prior to that, it was sitting outside. So it's Canada, it's winter right now. A little bit of snow got on the bottom, so now it's wet. Put it on these white countertops and stone countertops that you think you're like, oh, granite, stuff like that, it's going to be fine. But no, they're porous, so they actually absorb certain types of things, especially when they're left there for a while, like inks, red wine, stuff like that. So anyway, we left it there overnight. Next morning, I wake up, move the box, and I look down, and it looked like scripture. It looked like someone had just like engraved some writing that I was like, oh shit. But fortunately, my wife has this thing called Barkeeper's Friend, and I used that, scrubbed it out. I was pretty gentle because it's pretty abrasive, this stuff, but it did get it out, which was good. But now I know, like, anytime you put anything else there, because they put a little tiny coating, but the coating you can wipe it away pretty fast. So anyway, I probably should ceramic coat the whole thing, and then that'll be the end of that, But yeah, you know what? I should make a note actually. That's If not, I'm gonna end up with a permanent stain now. But yeah, but the glass cleaner, like I said, it's fun. Like that's where I found I showed my wife how to use it, and I found that she hated because prior to that it was like she used everything from like Windex to other stuff. Even I think there was one even she tried from Breeze, which is weird. But anyway, prior to that she hated windows, hated mirrors. The like your laundry machine even with the circle with the window, like even that. She told me, she said, I hated seeing it because it just looked dirty, but anytime she'd try and clean it, there would always be just little bits of something left over. So she said it made it worse almost. She tried your products. She's like, it's amazing. And yeah, she did a good job. So
Front load washing machine is what they
Yeah. Front load washing machine. I don't do the laundry. That's I've been banned. The way I fold clothes apparently is horrible. And if it's folded in pieces, I'm like, yeah, it's good to go.
Listen, if you get banned, you got an out. If you just
Yeah,
never
yeah,
offer, then you're that guy. So
It's
listen,
true.
if you got banned, it's all good. You tried.
Exactly.
Listen,
That's
I
the
put
truth.
in some E for efforts.
Yeah.
Definitely. I put in some E for efforts here. Happy to get kicked out. Like,
Yeah,
happy
exactly.
to get kicked out because I didn't do it right. But
Yeah, see, there you go. That's the first tip of 2026 is volunteer to do it all, do a poor job at it, and then you'll be banned from it for life. And now it's just easy street. That's it. We're
you just
saving
have to be the guy
lives.
that's okay with wearing the dunce hat, Yeah.
Yeah. And
I
that's
can't
why-
believe you couldn't even do that. Like,
Yeah, be like,
Yeah,
"Oh, duh." I know. Be
know.
like, I know computers. I don't know, folding clothes. Fair enough. Jesus. So how was your New Year's, by the way?
New Year's is great. New Year's is always a wonderful time.
It is.
Yeah,
New
wonderful.
start, new beginning to a new year, new chapter. There's a lot of people that don't make it, so I'm always grateful. Every day above ground's a good day. And this was our first year doing a very, very calm New Year's. We had a couple people over. It was fun, and one of the highlights for me is I learned a couple new magic tricks, and we had a bunch of kids over. So I was like, in preparation for them coming, I practiced some new magic tricks, showed them some tricks. They loved it. I don't know why. Magic's always been my thing. I love magic, but so anyway, it was very relaxing time. Usually we're running back and forth, like, oh, we got to go see this person, see that person, see this family member. We're all over the place. We're exhausted by the time it's done. This holiday season, we said, you know what? Let's just take a season off. And so we messaged everyone. We said, listen, we're just going to enjoy some downtime as a family, relax, do whatever we want to do. I found I was like waking up and I was like, oh, I think I might take a sauna. Went for a sauna. Oh, I think I might go watch a movie. Went and watched a movie. Like, just did whatever. It was fantastic, honestly. It was really good. Yeah. So
Sort of the reason for the holiday, yeah.
yeah, yeah. It was. We saw some family here and there too, but short visits. Very, very
Because you
short.
can be like, it's the end of the year. there's literally nothing else that can go on.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of the year. There's literally, I got the entire year left, right? You can combine both of those into a moment and have 3 or 4 days, especially like we just had, right?
Yeah.
There's so many of us that had a 4.5 day because a lot of people took off Wednesday afternoon. Then they didn't work Friday. You know, a lot of people did that.
It's true
So,
because
4
where it
days.
fell this year, right?
Yep. It was a perfect storm.
Yeah.
Where you can really do nothing for a couple days and be okay. Look.
It's true. Yeah. So, question for you. Typically, on the flip side of New Year's, some people kind of struggle getting back in the groove of things. How do you find your, like, for me, I usually can just jump right back in and I'm right back business as usual into a routine. Some people kind of struggle with it a little bit and they need an extra couple days, maybe a week to kind of get back into the flow of things. You find that's the same with you, or do you just?
Well, I think people can get into that in a couple different ways. And could I say at some point in my life was I not as well, just not the way I am now.
Okay,
Sure.
yeah.
Like,
Fair.
could I understand being younger? Did maybe it take me a little bit more? Like, sure, I could probably see that. Maybe like as a,
Yeah.
like a high school kid.
Okay. Yeah. But like, as an adult,
Sort of the joke, right?
Yeah,
Sort
yeah,
of the
yeah.
joke, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, sure, Shawn. I mean, I remember maybe like
Yeah.
as a kid or like high
as a
school.
kid, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, because I talked to some people and like they
Well.
haven't even opened back up yet, or they're like, "Oh, I'm taking a couple extra days to get back into things." And I'm like, "Holy shit, man! I don't know." Like me, I always like to hit Q1.
Okay, here
All right.
you'll find this good.
All right. Hit me.
My stepson at the school bus stop.
Yeah.
No bus Monday.
No bus.
So we said, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Looked at the school calendar.
Yeah.
The teachers took an extra day.
No.
No school on Monday.
Of course they
gotta
did.
be shitting me.
That's crazy.
Do not complain about your pay anymore.
Yeah, anymore. They
Never.
already get
You
summers
get
off.
no more complaints. Like,
That's crazy.
how are you not? Again, answering your question.
Yeah.
How are you not on Monday back at it, ready to go?
Ready to go.
This is my year, right?
Yeah.
This is my year. I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah.
I think the LFG is probably more appropriate.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's
fucking
fucking go. Yeah. That's right. I'm so excited for 2026.
Yeah,
You
me
have
too.
no idea. Yeah.
Me too.
And
The schedule we have of what I'd be
Yeah.
like, and Nick was like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "It's a playbook, man. It's a
Yeah.
playbook full of plays. Almost
yeah.
one play every month. We got a lot of stuff coming out.
amazing.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited, and you know, like, and you also go, hey, this is why we're here, right? You actually have to stress yourself a bit, push yourself on the climb, right? Can I get to
100%.
this next level, right? Can I go? It's a great question.
Yeah.
Can we do all the plays and hit every play we want to
Every
do
single
next
play
year?
we hit. Yeah.
Right? So, like, my email to
Absolutely.
him was, "Here's our playbook for next year."
Yeah, 100%. I love it, man. Like that's it. I did something that I had never done before because I guess I hadn't thought of it really, but I took my playbook, I started making it in November, and I said, okay, I started kind of massaging it, things I wanted to get done in 2026. I took it all and I threw it into Luna and I said, here's my goals and my objectives that I want to get done for 2026. Prioritize these for me and tell me what to do next. Rearrange things, and that was the other caveat. I said with an explanation, because in case something was just moved arbitrarily, like, oh yeah, we'll throw that in February. Well, how come? And so it laid everything out. It was kind of in line almost with what I had already planned out, but there were a couple adjustments that I was like, oh shit, that makes a lot of sense. And the explanation helped a lot. But I really did spend a lot of time, November and December, planning out what the entirety of 2026 was going to look like, because it has to be intentional to some degree. Like, it has to, I'm following a plan, there's goals and objectives I want to find. And the funny thing was this, though, I had a list of about 200 things, and I was like, okay, I could probably do like one every 2-3 days. Perfect, boom, boom, boom. And I said, I want to focus on 20 major milestones that are going to get done in 2026. And AI went through, Luna went through, and she looked at everything and she said, here's some things you should drop and postpone if you don't get these done. But these are the mission critical things. And so I have a whole like lineup plan for 2026. It's going to be really exciting. I already launched one of them 2 days ago, which was amazing, which is our NFC tap cards, which is pretty awesome. And it's to the point where the way it was built is so like genius. It's built not that it does one particular thing, but we built an open-ended system that at any time we could be like, oh, wouldn't it be fucking cool if NFC cards could do this? And then we just code that in like 10 or 20 lines of code and it just does it. So for example, imagine you have a lineup of products that you use in your shop, hyper clean products, and you have, oh, there's the glass cleaner that Marshall said is so amazing, it's right there, and I just told my customer it's so amazing. And wouldn't it be cool if there were just NFC cards that they could tap on their phone that are right there, buy that product, and they could actually purchase that from you? That would be fucking cool, right? And it's possible. Wouldn't it be cool if they could tap certain things in your waiting room and add them to their appointment? That's possible. So there's like just, the possibilities are endless. Anyway, so we launched the technology for it. It's already shipped out. It's in the system right now. I put together the video. I used the Meta glasses, filmed a video showing how to do it, how it works, everything like that. And I was like, fuck, this is a perfect use case for glasses because I have to show how to do something on my phone. So previously I would have had to take another phone, film my phone, and that's all awkward, setting this up, getting the right angle. In this case, I just put on glasses, hit go, and now I'm filming myself. It was pretty amazing. So already 1 out of the 20 off the list, and we're only on day 6. So I don't know, pretty excited about that, and it was a big one too, so which is good. So I'm on track. 2026 is going to be epic. It really is. I'm pumped. I'm so pumped. Like I don't know. I know a lot of people are unsure in 2026 because I'm telling you, there's going to be a shift right now. We're going to start to see, we mentioned in the last episode, we're going to start to see that shift of the people that plan, the people that, this is just like that military example I said before, the people that are putting their chess pieces in the right places for the extraction. It's the people that are doing that right now. Those are the ones that are going to succeed. And the ones that aren't, oh my God. Like, I saw a post this morning. Someone was still asking about whether or not I should charge deposits. I've had a bunch of no-shows and cancellations. And I was like, in 2026? That's how we're starting off the year? 2026. You didn't solve that problem last year or the year before or the year before. You've been in business for 4+ years. That's what this person said. And I'm thinking to myself, holy shit. They might be in trouble.
Never had a thought that it was going to happen to them, right?
Yeah. Can't be me.
Don't.
That's what happens to the other guy, the 50-year wash guy down the road.
It happened to my customers.
Yeah.
You have no control over what they do. You have no control over their job. You have no control over how they perform at their job. You have no control. And these are the times, if you haven't been through a recession, listen up.
Yeah.
Listen up. Few people in the industry have gone through a recession and are still in the industry. So, listen up.
Yeah, 100%. Because COVID, like I can even say for myself, we started our shop prior to COVID. We started 2019, but still a bulk of our shop was run during what I'm going to call the golden age. it was run during the lottery times where you just fucking pull the thing and it was like cherry every single time. And so it's where like we've had to do real marketing to compete out there because we want to make sure that we stay on top. And that's the difference is there's people that they started during that time. And
all right, so question, because I was talking to Mildred, somebody we talk about on Pints of Coffee, someone we've talked about here. Been around a long time, been in business a long time, done a good job of business. Talking with him because he was marketing on Facebook.
All right.
Sent me a video, did I think it was too long? So if you're already starting it off with that question, you
You
can
think it's too
go,
long? Yeah. Yes.
probably you
Yeah,
already know it's
probably,
too long.
yeah. If that's the
But
question, probably, yeah.
but to his point, and it's a great question, so I told him I'd bring it up here and we talk about it. Like I think it's a great thing to talk about on an
100%.
episode.
Yeah, that's a good question, yeah.
If you're going to spend the money on Facebook, how long should your advertisement be? Because his point was, hey, listen, if I'm going to spend the money, I need to make sure I get all the information out there. And it's a fair point,
That's a
right? I
fair
think there's a
point,
lot of
yeah.
people that would go, hey, listen, I understand that. I probably agree with that. Like, I
Yeah.
want everybody to know what we can do because I'm about to spend ...
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
That's a good question. Really good question, by the way. How much information is too much information, and how much information is enough? Are the two questions I would ask myself when creating an ad and say, okay, so more information usually is something that we would want as detailers from a manufacturer. I want to know, case in point, take your glass cleaner. That question was asked in the group. Someone said, well, what do you like about it? What makes it so great? And what they want to hear versus what a customer wants to hear are two very different things. What we want to hear as business owners is we want to hear, it's going to save me money, it's going to save me time, it's going to be easier to apply. Tell me about the chemical makeup, what's in it, this. We want that whole explanation. That's going to be longer. Is that necessary for your customer to know the reasons why that product is so great? Or do they just want to know the result is my
So,
windows look amazing?
You're right. That is the main thing that person would want to know. The only thing I'm going to say is, I don't know if the detailer would watch a video of us trying to explain to them all that you just
All
said.
that stuff. Oh,
I
I
don't
think even
think they
for
would
you,
watch the
that's
video.
not. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No, 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 no. Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
So this is why
think
it's such a great question, right? Like,
it is.
what do you put in a video? How long do you put in it? Because you're going to spend some money.
Absolutely. And what I would say to that is you're not going to make one video. You've got to make multiple videos. And when it comes to what goes in your video, pick one thing. And that's the thing. Focus on the one thing. It's something I saw a lot when we ran the competition for the the videos and do some AI videos. Some videos focused on one thing, and some videos that we saw were kind of focused on a lot of things. And you really have to, in your advertising and your marketing, focus on one thing, one pain point that leads to one result. That's the formula. You see it in everything. Watch some ads and you'll see. You know what? That's good homework, actually. Watch some ads and try and identify two things. What's the problem and what's the solution? When you start to see ads and what they're doing, oh, that ad's answering this problem and this solution.
Can you
If you
watch other people market to you and
Yes,
reverse engineer it?
exactly. Break it down and you'll see. Like, look at a car. How many features are in a vehicle? When they first came out, the problem and solution was simple: faster than a horse. Like, that was the solution to the problem. The problem was horse is slow. Solution is this is faster than a horse. As technology evolved and cars got more complex, there's a million features. I've seen ads for like a Volvo, and they'll talk about just the 5-star safety rating.
Or we can all, when you were talking about this, is the video that came to my mind. A crowd of people in a car, they're all having a good time, and it's pulling up, and then it parks for you. They were
Yeah,
just talking about all the features of the self
self-parking.
parking and how he
Yeah,
gets his hands up, right? They spent
exactly.
15 seconds to 30 seconds, millions of dollars, just to put you in the moment of that one
Self
feature.
parking. Yeah, just that
Now,
one
is
problem.
there all other things involved?
Yeah,
Yes. There's a lot
absolutely.
of other things involved,
Yeah,
but the core of what they were trying to say was this car, if you're a young, sexy,
yeah,
30 something out with your friends and you got enough money to go to this restaurant and you reach this, sure, there's a lot of other things involved, but it
yeah.
mostly was to sell that this
You
car could park
solve
for.
that problem.
Yeah.
Exactly. That one problem, because you have to pick one. Because if you start to talk about everything, the customer loses focus, and now you're not really talking to anybody. You're just shouting at the crowd, and the message is getting lost. Versus if you pick one person, one group, one demographic, and you talk to them about that one pain point, that's where the ads are more effective. But that's why
How
I said
does
you gotta
Luna
make
help with this?
multiple.
Right? Because
Oh,
somebody could be listening to it and going,
yeah.
okay, but I just don't know what to do.
Where do I start? Yeah, and that's where talk to Luna, because Luna knows about your services and she knows about your bookings and things like that. And you can say, I'm looking to make some ads, so you got to put things in
Top
context.
selling, what's my top selling, or what's
Yeah.
what's my most grossing, right?
Yep,
Or what's my best
absolutely.
add-on?
Exactly. And how can I transform that into an ad? But start to ask some questions that are more like, forget the ad part for a second and figure out who you're selling to and what problems they have. So ask Luna, who would my ideal target market be? What's their age, their demographic? Are they, young students? Are they seniors? Are they, what kind of hobbies might they have? Ask those kind of questions and then say, okay, what are the pain points that this person would have around car care? And start with car care in general instead of being like, oh, specifically with ceramic coating or specifically with detailing. Start with car care, because then the next questions are going to be, okay, I offer these services, as you know. How can I kind of build some ads targeting those pain points around car care, knowing I sell these services? If it's detailing, or I want to sell my wash club, or I want to sell more ceramic coatings, I want to sell engine bay cleanings, could be anything. Whatever it is that you want to focus on selling in that ad, you got to start with who am I selling to and what are their pain points, and then break it down to, okay, what are their concerns? Because you need to be the medicine for their ailment. Whatever problem they're having, if you've got the medicine, you sell that Tylenol by figuring out that they have a headache. You don't sell it to the guy that has some other problem, respiratory thing or something. You sell it to the right demographic, and that's where look at some ads and reverse engineer it is a perfect term. Because
So
that's what you're gonna learn.
then I'll say the next when we go, I'll just bounce, the next, step in a sense. If you're going to play chess and if you're going to position things and if
Yeah.
you're going to put yourself so that, hey, that's a lot to do, Shawn. I've also got these cars. I've also got, I've got bills. I've got time I've got to spend with my family. I've got dot, 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 dot. Okay. How do I do a video and then put out into all these different places? I'm supposed to touch somebody, right? I'm supposed to touch customers. I'm supposed to touch prospects. I'm supposed to reach out. Touching means marketing, right? I'm supposed to get their eyes on what I just put together, right? And is that a once a month? Am I only doing something once a month? Is that every couple of weeks, right? This then becomes the next of how do you begin to game plan out if you know you got to do something. How do you actually get it involved into your life, into your system, into how do you do this not randomly and not, oh, it's so difficult, but how do I really put this together? And here's where I want to say, all right, I think you should start with a YouTube video. That video should be
YouTube.
3 to 5 minutes long.
Amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do exactly what Shawn just talked to you about. You're going to have a YouTube video, 3 to 5 minutes long, that is specific, and you can work with Luna on how to do dot, 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 right? Okay. There's your video. That's your main thing for the week. Main thing for the every 2 weeks. Whatever your cycle is going to be. Then you begin to break that video apart and put that out onto your socials. Okay? You can go into points. Maybe you've done your video into 3 points. Okay? Then you could break it off into, right? However you've done your video. Can go into your Facebook page. We'll go into your Instagram feed. Well, TikTok feed. If you do all these, and you go, I don't do all this. Okay. Whatever you do in the feed. The feed is going to be a 30, 45, 60-second long video of the bigger video that you've broken down. You're not going to start the video with your logo or this 7 seconds of wasted time of a smoke coming out of a logo. Stop. You got to get to your information.
Jump right to it. Yeah.
Get into it, right? Now, you want to take that video, then you can break that video down into your editing software into little segments of 5 to 10 seconds that can go into your stories. Right? So you can see then I'm not having to make so many stories all the time. I'm not having to always do so many feed. You go, wait, people are going to see it. You go, yep, they're going to see it over and over.
Yeah.
That's marketing.
That's marketing.
Like, you want them to see it over and over. If it's good, they're going to eat more, consume more. They're not going to do a 30-second, in your story, 5 to 10 seconds, right? And this doesn't mean that's all you do. Should you have other stuff like we talked about? AI. This would be a perfect place where you bring in some funny AI videos about you whatever, right? Like about your area or food, right? This comes into all those other ideas of how you fill your marketing campaign in a weekly to bi-weekly system that you put into your calendar. I'm going to do this on this day. I'm going to do this on this day. And I automatically know that on a Monday between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m., or 2 p.m., I'm going to record that video so that then it goes here and I ... And it's a play. It's a plan.
That's where I've been playing with something too called Pomeli. I don't know if that's pronunciation's right, but it's by Google. Pretty cool, actually. You put in your website address, it scans it, learns about your brand, the colors, all this and that, and it asks you about a campaign that you want to make. So you could tell it, what you want to do. It will make the graphics for you with headlines and all kinds of stuff that become static, I would say, components. Like it's image, text, so it's not moving. But you can actually animate them now. So when you couple that with your own videos, because I do think sometimes, especially a lot of detailers, they want to be seen on camera explaining their stuff, which is good too.
It's fine,
but they could use something like what we're using right now, Riverside. At the end of it, Riverside makes clips of whatever you record ready for social media. So now you've got, so you got some static content. You've now got some
That's
clips.
where you got that 100%, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just facts all year long, and you just kept 100%.
100%.
Facts.
That's exactly where it came from. They made that clip, and it was just, I was like, holy shit, do I really say that often? That's crazy. And now my kids, they laugh at me.
I didn't steal your video on your Facebook, but I've been waiting. To be like, somebody had to throw out a lot of facts for 100%.
That's true, yeah, because for me to say 100%, it's me agreeing with whatever,
My balls were scratched very well.
Yeah. Darvel's going to love this one.
100%.
That's why, 100%. That's why I commented back. I was like, yeah, finally, my hand hurts. I was like, Jesus. But yeah, you can use these tools, though. They're out there. Pomeli's free. So with Google, it's free. Riverside, I think they have a free account as well. I don't know. I paid for the year, but I'm pretty sure they have a free.
Just pay.
Just pay. It was like $150 for the year or something like that. It does so much for you. You can make these clips, post them. It's either that or you pay a videographer, so they're going to charge you probably that per hour. So, apples and oranges. And then at the same time, go into Luna, get some ideas for some ads, and put some ads together. So now you've got static content, you've got your ads, and you've got some clips that you've made in Riverside. That all of those pieces together, that's what you need to post. And in terms of length, it depends on what you're doing. When it's ads, brevity is important. When it's maybe something just a social media post and you're explaining something about your shop or about your services or something like that, you can get away with a little bit longer. But I also think it's platform dependent. If this is something on Facebook, I would keep it very brief.
Okay, so I didn't mean to hijack you, but
no problem. Yeah.
But
100%.
there's a trend on YouTube videos. I don't do the YouTube Premium. I'm sure. No. I need to. I just, for some reason, actually sometimes kind of enjoy the commercials on YouTube.
Fair enough.
I don't watch them very often, but I'll watch a little, then I'll move on. But there's a trend that I started to see of AI videos of people that they don't look like AI videos,
Yeah,
but they
no,
look
they're
like,
very convincing.
hey, I'm this quote unquote this doctor or this so and so this insurance. I'm out on this stage and I'm gonna tell you about dot dot dot, and then it scans to the crowd and it shows people. It's all AI.
All
For those
AI.
of you who haven't you've worked in AI or seen AI, you can see that it's AI, and you just go, I know there's millions of people that just watch this.
And they think it's like, oh shit, that's real. Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
100%.
and you go, how dare they? Or you go, hey, in marketing, hey, it's marketing.
It's
What if you
marketing.
just fictitiously make some guy that was like telling people on a stage, and then and my life changed when I used Bob's mobile detailing service. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really
100%.
hilarious.
It is. And
What
it's
about
no different
my
than,
husband, since he started taking these, is,
yeah,
my, and they just go, what? Like,
yeah, you're like, what? Yeah. But that's because you're trying to capture attention.
that's all it does. It captures attention.
Yeah. And that's what you want ultimately at the end of the day. And that's why, so AI videos, huge proponent of them. I think that it's great. And they have a place. But that's where, on the other side of
Not
it,
your whole campaign.
yes,
It's a
exactly.
place.
That's what I was going to say is that going back to like other types of videos, we've talked about this many times before, but think about your audience, think about the things they would be interested in because you don't always have to talk car care. You can reach your audience in other ways as well, and because you're a human being, you have other passions other than car care. Car care is a passion, but you also have other hobbies, other interests. There might be things that maybe it's restaurants. Restaurants are a great one. You could start reviewing some like hidden gems in the city, stuff like that. Went to check out this place there. Next thing you know, your channel is kind of this smorgasbord of just random stuff, but it all focuses around you being kind of the source of truth for something, whether it's entertainment or it's information about a cool new hotspot, or maybe there's a new restaurant that just opened. You went to try it out first, and you were like, you know what? Listen, not the greatest meal, but it's going to get better. I can see they've got potential. They just opened up. Like maybe it's something like that. That sits there and becomes searchable over and over and over again. So the few minutes that you put together in 2026, someone might watch that in 2028, 29, 30. And then if your business is attached and it's like, oh shit, yeah, these guys, yeah, da 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 da. You become known for something. It's all about capturing that attention and being seen. Maybe you're just going there to eat and you're wearing a shirt from your shop, and then maybe you're at a taco stand, you spill a little and you're like, oh Jesus, now I spilt it on my taco. You know what? I think we have a product at the shop that could get that out actually. Make a joke about it, whatever.
Jeez.
But you're there. You're in front of people and yeah, thanks, man. But it's all about just putting out something that's authentic. In the other side of it, putting out the
Well, that wasn't
inauthentic.
authentic. Oh, I just got something on my shirt. I'm gonna.
Yeah, but no.
I'm
It
just
depends on
giving
how
shit
it's
that
done. Yeah. You're like, fuck that
You're
guy.
right. You're
No,
giving them an idea. People all need ideas. You're
yeah,
right. Yeah, I'm just
hundred
giving you
percent.
shit.
But I know you're giving me shit. That's fine, 100%. But yes, but on the other side, the inauthentic works as well because it's what's in fashion right now. AI videos are a
I don't
big
even
part
know
of
if you have to
marketing.
say anything. If you're at a
don't.
taco truck or if you're at a restaurant,
That's
you could
true.
just take a picture of your food and go, hey, if you're looking for a great quesadilla, I recommend this place. I loved it.
Yeah,
You don't have to go put out some big thing.
yeah.
No, oh,
It's
that's the
true.
point. You don't always have to put
Yeah,
out dot, dot,
a
dot.
huge
Right?
production thing.
You
Yeah,
don't.
it's
Put your
true.
production as that big YouTube thing. Put all
Yeah,
your energy there. If you want to do some
yeah,
other stuff along the way, it's a great idea, Sean. Great
yeah,
idea. But
yeah,
don't stress yourself over it. You still got to go clean cars, right?
yeah.
Most of us
Absolutely.
don't. They don't have labor figured out, so
Yeah,
don't stress yourself over that. You don't have labor
yeah.
figured out, right? You don't have your other problems all figured out.
It's
You
true.
evidently haven't figured out glass cleaner. You're
Yeah,
still
it's
struggling
true.
with glass,
It's
right?
like, holy
So
shit, really? Like Jesus. And that should be absolutely, and that's the key takeaway for 2026. I think the two things you have to focus on are consistency. So whatever you're gonna do, keep doing it. Don't expect that, okay, I'm going to try this, and then end of January, I better see some results.
Yep.
The results are going to come by year's end. You're going to see that
Having a
2026 was
plan.
better than 2025. Absolutely. Make it part of your routine. Literally put it in your calendar. The same way that you put in other things like, oh, I have a detail on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever. Put this in your calendar as well. Monday at 1 p.m., I'm filming 3 videos. Book yourself for 30 minutes. 10 minutes of video to put something together. And then what you do is, prior to that, book yourself again for 15 minutes and say, I'm going to talk to Luna and I'm going to get some ideas. So now, boom, you've got the ideas. Then when Monday rolls around, now you hit the ground running. You make a couple videos. But you got to be consistent with it. Create, and be consistent. And you can use a cheat code and use AI to create sometimes. If you overdo it, it's going to get played out and it's going to backfire. People will tune out. It just won't work well. It's got to be a mix. But same way, if you keep doing videos where it's just you walking in front of your shop saying like, hey, we're the greatest, this is why you should choose us, like, that's also going to get played out fast. It has to be a mixture of things. It has to be.
All right, and I'll be my closing statement on this. If you wait, well, it might be like Shawn talked about last episode.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough, right? Like we do constantly talk about the migration, and we do constantly kind of tell you where in the river to cross and at what time to do it.
Yeah.
Don't wait.
Yeah.
It's 2026. You hear the rumors. You just heard what we talked about. People saying it's their customers. It might not even be on you. You might have run your business absolutely perfect. Okay. Well, don't wait on this opportunity. AI, the opportunity of AI not showing you, right? This goes back to what we talked about last time. If you want to a little bit, we get it, but show your business. Showcase solving a problem. Whatever you can do of using AI and scheduling like Shawn just talked about, this will be your year. It really will. While you see others fall down, you will keep climbing. It's great advice, Shawn. Great job.
100%. Thanks, man. Yeah. So it's for the community, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that that's the big thing is that I was talking with a guy, I'll close out here, is that I was talking with a guy and he was asking me, he said he's been Orbisex member for at least 3 years, probably 4 years, 5 years. And he's been in business for 30 years. Think about that. 30 years in car care, okay? And he said, very old school. So he took over the business from his dad. So he's now running it. His dad's kind of there giving some advice and stuff. And he said, look, we're old school. We still do a lot of things pen and paper, even though we're using a lot of Orbisex. There's areas I'm not using in Orbisex. Can you help me out? I was like, sure, no problem. I'll go through your account, you know. Anytime it's someone that's been there, like the OGs, they've been there from the beginning. I always have a soft spot because they supported me in the beginning. And at the same time, too, I appreciate someone that's been in business that long. And as much as this is me helping them, there's some things I can always learn from them as well. Like, I don't know everything in business. Not a chance. There's things I can learn. And one thing that fascinates me is how someone's still conducting business in 2025 at the time when I was talking to him, still doing a lot of stuff pen and paper. Like, what's your magic sauce? Because, like, we've been doing a lot of things digital in my own shop since we opened. And I'm like, so what is it? You know, so I'm curious to find out things because there's all these different aspects to your business. There's the online, the offline. Even when you're online, do I do YouTube, TikTok, Facebook? What do I do? There's all these different avenues and things that you have to do within your business. So I'm always curious. So I put together some stuff from him. He sent me some stuff. I can't share some of it because it's just too good, but it'll come out in other episodes. But for now, the key takeaway is I went through his account. And the biggest thing I said, geez, you're missing some serious opportunities to cross-sell. They had so many good things in place. So they do everything that we do at our shop. They do PPF, tinting, ceramic coating. They do the whole nine. Everything that they had set up was for the entire journey of that customer through ceramic coating, for example. from the sales to the, we're going to set up some maintenance stuff for you. We're going to check and make sure it's still okay. We're going to do some reloads and so on and so forth. It was all set up for that one funnel. And then they'd get someone in for tinting, and it was all set up for that. Hey, it's been 4 days. You can roll down your windows. Hey, 30 days, just checking in. Do you have any bubbles or anything we have to fix up? Yeah, 6 months. Hey, don't forget, you have a warranty if there's any issue. They had all these pieces set up. Seems perfect. But I said, so what about the guy that gets ceramic coating done and his windows are so transparent that it's like it's a no-brainer. You can see right through the windows. Hey, we offer tinting. Do you ever feel it gets a little hot in the back seat for some of your passengers? Do you have a newborn? Do you have this? There's so many things there. And he said, wow, I never really thought about cross-selling because they didn't ask about it. I said, don't wait for them to ask. I said, you got to be actively pushing that. And I said, Orbisex is set up like that. So we have features. And he said, well, I'm using the post-service stuff. So we send them follow-ups after they get service. I said, yeah, that's great. But the post-service, don't get so focused on the service. Post-appointment. Think about that. So you had a transaction, it was successful, they're happy. Post-appointment, not service, post-appointment. What other services, what other products, what other things can you offer that person that said yes, opened their wallet, took out their credit card, and happily tapped or swiped? What can you do to get them to do that same process again and again and again, more often, more times, and for higher value? What are the things that you can do? So I literally put together a video for him. I'll ask him if I have permission to share it because there are some of his personal details in there. If not, I'll blur them out. But if so, I'll just share it as is. But I gave some tips in there that are really great for how you can sell. And it all comes back with putting together these mini content pieces where you use AI, you use your own videos, and you even use just static images. And you put together something that after they get something done, Orbisex can automatically send them a message and it can say, hey, we know you came in for the ceramic coating. That's great. We can't wait to see you for your maintenance package. Did you know we also offer tinting? You work your sales pitch in there, but it works best when it's accompanied with some sort of a video that goes back to solving the problem. So you've got the solution to the problem that they have, and it all stems from finding out what exactly it is about that customer that is a problem. And that's where the tags and labels come into play, because you can actually set these post-service follow-ups to go to specific tags and labels. And so when you set that up and you say, okay, I'm going to make a video that cross-sells my tinting services to my ceramic coating services, but only if the customer is tagged as needing tinting. So make a label or a tag that says needs tint. That's it. Now, after you service that customer, you install the ceramic coating, boom, you go into their profile and you tag them needs tint. Now, when they get their follow-up, it will send them the follow-up for their ceramic coating along with the pitch, the upsell or the cross-sell in this case, for your tinting services. And that's the power of Orbisex, is that you can set all of this up. It's all automated. All you have to do is set it up once, and then you just go to their profile and you just tag them. The rest is on autopilot. And so this is the kind of advice that I was giving to this member, because being in business 30 years, impressive. Absolutely. It's hats off to that, man. That's huge. That's like 10 times longer than most marriages. But now is, how do you solidify that legacy? How do you keep it going, keep it growing? How do you keep climbing in today's economy, in this climate? How do you keep that going for the rest of 2026? And so this is the kind of advice, is that focus on the right length of your ads and the right target audience for the right platforms, the right demographic, and you will have the ultimate success. So we've lost Marshall, but that's okay. He's tuned out. We will see you guys next time. Appreciate you as always. Check out we'll have a video shortly how you can get yourself some hyper clean glass cleaner as well. It is absolutely amazing. And let's stay streak free. See you later.